No, look, these are obviously two individuals who have very different views on trade and on tariffs.
Day 79 of Trumpomania. It has been it's been fun watching this lunatic gamble our life savings this week. 52% of Americans do not approve of the way Trump is handling his job as president.
Boys will be boys, and we will let their public sparring continue. And you guys should all be very grateful that we have the most transparent administration in history.
Pause the tariffs for 90 days, which puts us at right around the 4th of July to blow things up again.
Very diverse opinions on very diverse issues, but the president takes all opinions in mind, and then he makes the best decision based on the best interests of the American public.
Pomposity and circumstance as Donald Trump addressed a joint session of Congress because, he rarely gets to be on TV, so why not? And anytime this maniac speaks, it is a joint session.
Did you see Trump's meltdown after Jimmy Kimmel roasted his press secretary? The orange man couldn't handle a few jokes without having a Twitter tantrum that would make a toddler look mature. We're breaking down exactly what Kimmel said about Karoline Leavitt that sent Trump into orbit, and trust me, it's both hilarious and revealing. When comedians can trigger the former president this easily, there's some truth hiding behind those punchlines. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. So what exactly did Jimmy Kimmel say that got under Trump's orange skin? Well, the late night host didn't just make a casual joke. He performed comedy surgery on Trump's new press secretary, Karoline Leavitt. Kimmel zeroed in on Leavitt's impossible job, trying to make sense of Trump's word salad that often has nothing to do with reality. Poor Karoline. Imagine having to defend statements like windmills cause cancer with a straight face every single day. During his monologue, Kimmel played clips of Leavitt attempting to defend her boss's most ridiculous claims. The audience couldn't contain themselves as they watched this young press secretary twist herself into a human pretzel. Look at her, Kimmel quipped. She's like a translator for someone speaking gibberish, except the gibberish is coming from the former and possibly future president of the United States.
Day 79 of Trumpomania. It has been it's been fun watching this lunatic gamble our life savings this week. It's like handing a Social Security check to your dog and sending it to Caesar's Palace. Trump this morning hit the snooze button on almost all those big, beautiful tariffs, paused the tariffs for 90 days, which puts us at right around the 4th of July to blow things up again. Think about that. The best thing Trump has ever done for America was undo the incredibly dumb thing he did. I mean,
One moment Kimmel highlighted was particularly brutal. After Trump claimed debate audiences were going crazy for him at a debate with no audience present, Leavitt had to somehow make this make sense. She stood there with the confidence of someone who definitely wasn't lying, Kimmel joked, explaining that what Trump actually meant was that people watching at home were going crazy, which is technically true if by going crazy you mean screaming, "What is he talking about?" at their televisions. The comedy hit different because it wasn't just about making fun of Trump's appearance or his weird habits. Kimmel exposed the fundamental absurdity of the entire Trump communication operation. He showed clips of Leavitt claiming Trump was clearly joking about things Trump very much wasn't joking about and being taken out of context when the full context only made things worse. "This poor woman," Kimmel said, gesturing to a freeze frame of Leavitt looking particularly stressed, went from normal Republican to having to explain why injecting bleach might actually be a good idea. Her job isn't press secretary, it's reality translator. Trump couldn't handle it. Within hours, his Truth Social account erupted like Mount St. Helens with all caps rage. Jimmy Kimmel is a disgrace to television and America. He posted at 3:17 a.m. proving once again that nothing says, "I'm totally fine with this joke," like screaming about it online in the middle of the night. But Trump didn't stop there. He fired off 6 more posts, each more unhinged than the last. Failing Jimmy Kimmel wouldn't last 2 minutes in the real world. He wrote, apparently forgetting that Kimmel has been successfully hosting a major network show for 20 years. Trump followed up with fake comedy from a fake comedian with fake ratings, which might be the first time anyone has accused a comedian of committing fake comedy.
Pomposity and circumstance as Donald Trump addressed a joint session of Congress because, he rarely gets to be on TV, so why not? This maniac speaks is a joint session. It's a joint session, it's an edible session, it's a raid the medicine cabinet it for anything to dull the pain kind of night. His speech started late, and I guess they were waiting for that last coat of shellac to dry on his face, but Trump went into the speech tonight with a negative approval rating, which is rare for a new president. According to a new poll from CNN, 52% of Americans do not approve of the way Trump is handling his job as president.
The irony reached peak levels when Trump accused Kimmel of spreading lies about my fantastic press secretary, while completely misrepresenting what Kimmel actually said on the show. Trump claimed Kimmel attacked a strong young woman for doing her job perfectly, when Kimmel had actually spent most of the segment sympathizing with Leavitt's impossible position. What makes this whole episode so revealing is how it demonstrates comedy's unique power to expose political truth. When Trump melts down over a comedy bit, you know the comedian has hit a nerve. Kimmel didn't need to deliver a serious political analysis. He just needed to hold up a mirror to the absurdity of Trump's relationship with reality and let the audience draw their own conclusions. The funniest part? Trump's volcanic reaction only validated Kimmel's entire premise. If defending Trump's statements requires Olympic-level mental gymnastics from his press secretary, then Trump responding to mild jokes with unhinged all-caps rants only proves the point. It's like Trump saw Kimmel's bit about how he can't handle criticism and thought, I'll show him by completely losing my mind over this criticism. Even Trump's most loyal supporters had to be wincing at this reaction. Nothing says stable genius like firing off rage tweets about a late-night comedian at 3 a.m. And nothing makes Leavitt's job harder than her boss having a public meltdown over someone pointing out how difficult her job already is.
No, look, these are obviously two individuals who have very different views on trade and on tariffs, very diverse opinions on very diverse issues, but the president takes all opinions in mind and then he makes the best decision based on the best interests of the American public. Boys will be boys, and we will let their public sparring continue. And you guys should all be very grateful that we have the most transparent administration in history.
Let's talk about facts, Jimmy, she said. You talk about misinformation, but how many times have you twisted things on this show for laughs? Karoline leaned forward. And I'm a press secretary. I share policy.
Let's be honest, when a late-night comedian can send a former president into a midnight social media rampage, we're not exactly witnessing peak emotional stability. This whole Kimmel-Trump-Leavitt saga isn't just entertaining, it's revealing. Poor Leavitt signed up for what might be the most impossible PR job in America, making sense of whatever pops into Trump's head. Think about what her daily life must be like, frantically Googling, did Trump really say that? Every morning. Her job description should include professional reality bender, an expert excuse maker. Next press conference, watch how her eyes dart around when reporters ask about Trump's latest word salad. That's the look of someone who regrets their career choices.